I got another video for y'all. The 60 Days in season 1, episode 6. Let's get into it. So, Tammy jealous because she say Barbara's an inmate now. She always been an inmate. She just not getting accepted. But why is that something to hate on? Like, y'all both know each other is in the program, but not even that. Like, Tammy said in her confessional, like, oh, I relate to these people. I had a shitty life growing up, and they all love Barbara. And then it brings me to like what something that Barbara said in a convo prior to like Tammy being her little confessional, where Barbara was telling the inmates like, "Oh, we all have trust issues," and they was like, "We," and everybody just started laughing. And I bring that up to say like, you don't truly know these people for real. You assume that they had a shitty upbringing just like you, just because they in here. And while that may be true for some, that ain't always the case. That ain't the thing for all of them. And also, Barbara herself, you know what I'm saying? There's something about people who's just themselves, who you like because they not trying to follow the wave. They not trying to do what everybody else doing. I mean, don't get me wrong. For Barbara to get in here and act hard, it'd be difficult. But she came in here a sweet girl. She on a chill type time, so they accept her. They know she's a bitch. So, she not getting no cred from nobody, trying to act like something that she's not. You, on the other hand, you came in here trying to act like big dog. Remember you said that? They know not to fuck with you and shit. Okay, like, come on. You causing this on yourself. And she calling Barbara a sheep and shit. Like, bruh, come on. Like, I love seeing people true colors come out when they don't get what they want, which is a bond with some inmates? Question mark? Like, girl, go on somewhere. I could give less of a fuck if they relate to Barbara or me. I'm not in this motherfucker to make friends. Excuse me. So now she mad. She getting her confessional. Like, sometimes you can't be nice to people. So she go in her cell and the other inmates with their girlfriends laid up. And she talking about in a minute I'm about to take a shower. So I'm about to start kicking people out. Like, see, that's that shit, bro. Like, you could have been nicer. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, I know y'all in here chilling, y'all laid up, but like I was planning on taking a shower in a couple minutes, so you know what I'm saying? If y'all could just postpone the cuddle sesh for a couple minutes, let me, get fresh and y'all can come back in, spur that shit up again, then that'd be cool. You know what I'm saying? And then if they not going, then we turn up the heat. Then we turn up on their ass. Then we check the temp. Then we talk about kicking people out. But you came in here saying that shit off rip. Yeah, it's going to be a problem. Yeah, it's going to be some pushback. Going to get in her confessional up this time. If I need to spend my time alone, I'm okay with that. No, you're not. You just expressed you weren't okay with that. You just said you're not okay with having a bond with them. And you just expressed why do they like Barbara and their relationship with Barbara. You're not okay. So Ricky, the nigga that got his ass whooped last episode, telling the producers like he wrote a poem and he want to read it to him. This nigga talking about I got enemies, got a lot of enemies. Nigga, that's Drake. I know Drizzy when I hear him. Like, that or this nigga one of his ghostwriters. Ricky's one of Drake's imprisoned ghostwriters. Like, bro, this nigga is on one. And he, of course, tripping out because he ain't been taking his medication. So, he went into one of the cells saying that the TV is talking to him and telling him that Jeff is a child molester, which is so wild. I'm like, bro, if you want to knock that nigga out, just knock the nigga out. You know what I'm saying? You feel me? Like, out of all people. And this one, I'm like, see, Zach got in his confessional and he was like, man, like, Jeff putting himself in the tub. But I'm like, Jeff ain't do shit. Then not only that, I'm like, bro, this nigga Ricky, don't put it on like Zach was like, oh, Ricky not taking his medication. Bro, this don't have shit to do with this nigga not taking his medication, bro. This nigga he want to prove something. He got his ass whooped in the last pod, and now he in this is that the same pod he in? I forget. I can't remember. But he got his ass whooped. Now he back in this motherfucker trying to prove something. This don't got nothing to do with no damn medication. This nigga in here trying to prove a point, which you scrapping with Jeff, that don't prove nothing. You don't get credit. Jeff's same shit I was saying about Barbara. Jeff's a bitch. You don't get cred. Like, bruh, that's like middle school bully shit. Like, if middle school bullies knew that, they would pick, like, them niggas was lame. They would never go pick on a nigga who could potentially whoop they ass. They would always pick on the nigga who they knew wasn't gonna do shit and who wasn't. That's pussy shit, bruh. We can't give you no credit for that. We can't respect you for that. So I'm like, that's from my POV. In my opinion, that's what it looked like. It don't look like, Ricky losing his mind because he not taking his better kid. Like, no, it looked like he trying to redeem himself by picking a weak link and Jeff and trying to whoop up on Jeff and let people know, like, yeah, I got my ass whooped by that one nigga with the fucking with the hair from that one nigga from that Cartoon Network show with the fucking woolly mammoth. Yeah, I got my ass whooped by him, but I'm straight. And it's like, come on, bro. Talking about some the TV talk, bro. This kind of like when motherfucker walk up to you like, God is telling me to pray. Like, why is God talking to me? He's talking to you about me, nigga. Like, this is crazy. So Barbara's roommate Sam is leaving, so all the other inmates is gonna bake her a cake, and Tammy talking about some like, I'll join in and whatnot. Then she get in her confessional like, when it comes time to bake the cake, no one else has any money, so I'm the one buying all the materials for the cake. Says who? Girl, bye. That's when you lie and say you ain't got it, or say fuck them. The fuck I gotta lie for? What am I wasting life for? Y'all don't fuck with me like that. I only had a couple conversations, if any, with Sam. I ain't using my commissary for this shit. Bitch better put her hands together and blow out some imaginary candles. It ain't even her birthday. She going home. She leaving. That's celebration enough. To get out this motherfucking orange jumpsuit, that's celebration enough. When they hand her the clothes she came in this motherfucker with, that's celebration enough. So then Tammy gonna go over to Sam talking about some, just letting you know I had to pay for everything. Some people are givers and some people are takers, and I'm a giver. Are you actually, Tammy? I mean, like, givers don't have to say they're givers. They just, I don't know, give? Like, what the fuck? They don't announce it that they're, I'm a giver as you're giving. You just give. So Tammy and Sam get into an argument, but really it seemed like Tammy was just being usual Tammy and giving motherfuckers a hard time. She was all over the top of Sam like, you mad? You mad? Like, you seem frustrated. And Sam was like, nah, Tammy, like, that's you. And Tammy kept poking her. So Sam was like, bro, I'm not talking to you no more, bro. So then Tammy was like, well, fuck all this shit then. Whoa, Tamster. I know you said you was a giver, but in this exact moment, you kind of looking like a taker. You know what I'm saying? Like, so she went, took all the stuff. And I'm like, bro, see, but that's what I'm saying. Like, and if y'all watch battle rap, one of my favorite battles, just because this is a legendary Tay Rock battle, Tay Rock versus Hollow Da Don. I think it's Tay Rock's second round. When it might be I think it's his first round. But he said, when you doing genuine shit, you don't put it on camera. I'm not finna say the whole bar and get into that nigga scheme and whatnot. But he said, when you doing genuine shit, you don't put it on camera. And that goes back to what I'm saying about the taker and giver shit. If you really a giver, you don't have to tell people you're a giver. You just give. And then moments after you give, why would you take if you was really a giver? Just because they was ungrateful? No, that would just let you know next time not to give something. But you wouldn't take it in that moment if you was really a giver. That also goes back to what I always say and always preach about: action speaking louder than words, y'all. The rest of the inmates would know you was a giver if they seen you buy all the supplies, you the one that got it and brought it to her, they would know it's you. Then that's that. You don't have to announce it. You don't have to make a statement. You don't got to let people, oh, I paid for that. And Sam better than me, because after she said that shit, I wouldn't even want the cake no more. I paid for that. And I did. And it's like, you did that unwarranted. You acted like motherfuckers was like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I get it. The rest of the inmates ain't scrape up no commissary money for this shit. But, like, that's something that you tell them. I'm not begging to be celebrated. I'm not begging to have this cake made. This is something that was y'all idea, and I just hopped on board. Like, why not? But it is what it is. End of the episode ends with Ricky. They had to sit him down. They was like, bruh, that nigga ain't do none of that shit. You needed the pod boss and like some other nigga told Rick. They was like, Ricky, sit the fuck down, nigga. You need to take your medication, nigga, and look at the ceiling, nigga. Focus on getting the fuck up out this bitch, bruh. Don't get around this like you trying to start some shit with Jeff. That nigga's they telling him that nigga's a bitch. He ain't in here for no type murder, stab, none of that. This nigga's in here for embezzlement. Like, leave that nigga alone. But Ricky go over there, literally right after this conversation, Ricky go right over there and we didn't get to see it, or at least at the end of they might show it next episode, but we didn't get to see it at the end of this one. But you know, all we heard was Jeff crying out for him. Yeah, all we heard was Jeff. You know, we couldn't see it coming down his eyes, but we really heard that nigga cry. Boy, Jeff was Ricky. Nigga sound like he all boys in the hood. Ricky. Oh my god. What they say? Morris Chestnut. Like, hey, don't forget to like, subscribe, share, subscribe, share,